Welcome back. This is Twyval. I'm playing Gothic 2 Gold. And I had this thought earlier today. I have many favorite kind of series. Gothic is one of those. Mass Effect is another. Thief is another. Deus Ex. The Witcher, obviously. But of all Gothic games, well, I love Risen as well, the Risen series, and Elex, obviously. But of all the Gothic games, Gothic 2, that I'm playing now, is my favorite.
He simply needs to practice more.
Yeah, he really said that.
So I managed to talk myself out of a fight. Well,
all that matters is strength.
Buster, I'm gonna
Tell me that.
bust you up
I
later.
can get away with that.
Yeah, he really said that.
Same old thing all over again.
So I'm at Ona's farm, and lucky me, I have old friends from Gothic 1 here. Old friends. I know Gorn is here, Lee is here, Cord is here. I remember that. I haven't met them yet in this playthrough. And I haven't played Gothic 2 in 10 years, 15 years. So some things you just remember. And I remember for a fact that there are a bunch of trainers here that I can train with, and there is also there's also one of the mercenaries. He's standing a little away from the out in an open field or something, away from the house, training with his sword, if I remember correctly. Or was it his axe? Yeah, with his axe. So I'm being careful not talking to anyone, because I want to figure out what to... Yeah, let's start here and then down the fields and then go to the main farm. Yeah, let's do that. I'm guessing they all have quests for me, or...
Well, kiddo?
That's no way for a farmhand to talk to me. Just how often do I have to remind you?
What?
Are you in charge here?
No, I'm only Sekup's son. But once my old man is no longer with us, then all the land you can see here will belong to me.
All right.
Amazing. So what do you do when you're not busy playing ruler of the farm?
Stand guard. The filthy militiamen from the city are coming onto our land more and more often and stealing everything they can get their hands on. Only last week the bastards were here, and they took some of our sheep. If I could get my hands on one of them, I'd make short work of him.
But of course. Is that how you always treat your field workers?
Of course, they need that. Whoever doesn't toe the line here gets thrashed. That's the way it goes.
Why don't the mercenaries help you against the militia?
Before they even turn up, I've already driven them off.
I need to talk to your father.
He hasn't got time, but I'm his deputy. What can I help you with?
By introducing me to your father.
You're a real tough guy and a good fighter, huh?
The best.
I think maybe I better get him then.
Never mind, boy. I'll find him, I'm sure.
If you say so.
That interaction was just weird.
What are you doing on my land? There's nothing here to steal. Clear off.
Isn't there a piece of land in this blasted country that doesn't belong to anyone?
Go to work. Then maybe someday you can call a piece of land your own. But until then, kindly loaf around somewhere else.
Listen.
I don't have any work for you at the moment. Now go.
All right.
Hey. Everything all right with you?
Well, it's so-so. My back hurts from all this hard labor. What are you doing here? I don't get visitors here all that often. Usually it's either some cutthroats from the mountains or those horrible malicious soldiers from the city. They've been raiding our farm rather frequently lately, but you don't look like you're one of them, or are you?
What are you doing here?
I've been asking myself that for several years. Sekab, my husband, has fallen out with everyone in the area by now. He's in debt everywhere, and so he steals goods from Onar's stocks and sells them in town. By now, he's accumulated a fortune with his underhanded dealings, and he works our field hands until their backs break. His own people call him nothing but slave driver these days. I'm not particularly proud to call myself the wife of Sekab. Believe me, sometimes I wish the barrier were still in place. Would you like to buy something to eat? Or perhaps something for hunting in the forest?
She's very nice.
Barrier?
Oh, come
Well,
on.
it's the dome that used to enclose the old Valley of Mines. Many of the farmers and workers who committed a crime back then were simply tossed in there, and they never came back.
Have you ever been at the barrier?
No, we only heard about it. Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, can surely tell you more about that. His
Yeah,
farm is
well-
quite close to the pass which leads to the Valley of Mines.
Why did the militia attack you on your farms here?
Because there's nobody there to prevent them from simply plundering our farms instead of buying our goods. The king is far away, and we just have to put up with working for Onar and hoping that Onar will send help when we really need it.
What does Onar's help look like?
Sometimes we receive warning in advance when some militiamen are planning to pay us a visit on their own account to rob us. Then we send somebody to the old landowner to ask him for help. And then usually, it doesn't take long for the mercenaries he pays to come here and chase off the militia. But when all is said and done, the mercenaries aren't much better.
So yeah, that's the truth of things. We had the king and the militia paladins on one side, and then we have the mercenaries and a rebel landowner on the other. And in the middle there are farmers, innocent farmers.
How can I get to Bengar's farm?
Go ask Balthazar. He's our shepherd. He sometimes leads his animals to graze on Bengar's pastures up there. He'll be able to tell you how to get there.
What can you offer me?
What do you want?
Why does she have a crossbow? Never mind, never mind. Arrows are still arrows. Bone bow. Oh, I don't have the dexterity for this. Nor the gold.
Keep your chin up.
Take care of yourself and don't let them get to you.
Thank you. Very nice woman, that.
Hey, you! How are things?
Ah, a new face here on the farm. Has the old skinflint finally granted me an apprentice?
I'm not an apprentice.
Oh, I see. I'm not as young as I used to be, you know, and I've been waiting for a replacement for years. You aren't here because the neighbors are annoyed, are you?
What's the work you do here?
Oh, I guard the sheep, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. The animals are very loyal and very smart, you see. If you treat them well, they'll follow you for a lifetime.
What's the trouble with your neighbors?
The grass on this side of the big field is always so stunted and dry, so I mostly go to the big pastures of the other farmers. Oh, the landowner doesn't mind, but Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, always makes a big deal out of it when I take the animals up there. He says Sekab should pay if I take his animals onto Bengar's pasture, but Sekab won't spend a measly coin for that, so I can't go up onto the plateau anymore.
Where can I find the high pastures in Bengar's farm?
Follow this path and cross the big crossroad. If you stick to the right, you'll see a big outcropping of rock. Behind that, to the right, are the high pastures and the pass.
Maybe I should talk to Bengar.
You do that for me? What will you tell him? I mean, I don't want any trouble, you hear?
We'll see about that. Everything else all right?
Oh, I can't complain. Thanks for asking.
So where are we headed then?
Are you the foreman here?
I'll give you one upside the head, you rascal. If you want to go ambling across my land, you'll pay me 5 gold coins, or you're in for a good thrashing.
What?
Your land? Are you the farmer here?
You can bet on that. Why else would I make you pay me a toll? I don't mind if you go ask the others about me.
Forget it. You won't get anything from me.
Then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to tan your hide.
Come on and try it then.
Well, in that case... I'll get you yet!
Very well then. Seriously? No way. No way.
I'll get you yet!
No, you won't.
I'll get you now!
Why won't you? So I'm kind of pissed off because he's wearing farm clothes and...
I'll get you now!
Very well. I'm gonna wear him down first.
I'll get you yet. I'll get you yet.
Yeah, and then fighting with an axe, not very gracefully at that. And why
I'll get you now.
I'm not hitting. And then he takes forever to start moving. That's... yeah, it really grinds my gears.
I'll get you yet.
Ah, shut up.
I'll get you now. I'll get you yet.
The only reason I'm not killing him is I want to hear a story. This is actually the first. I do wonder why I couldn't kill him. Or what I'm saying. I do wonder because this is the first I've seen in this game what was normal in the prequel. The first game, the original game, Gothic. Because everyone I defeated just instantly dies. In Gothic 1, if you kill one with crossbow or bow, you kill them. But if you defeat them with a melee weapon, they stay alive and you can opt for letting them live or kill them. And this is the first I see. I had a shot to kill him here. But I want to see what he has.
Don't you try that again.
What, this? Dumb bastard. And I'm thinking that maybe it was because they were bandits. And this is actually a character, possibly with... well, he has a name, and then he has possibly a quest to him.
Don't you try that again.
So, still got that big mouth?
Don't beat me, please. I'll even go back to work, okay?
Okay, so that was a quest that I haven't found yet. Or... so someone here is wanting me to get him to get to work or something like that. And I just did. But no XP until I can report back to...
Hey, you! How's it going?
You're not one of us, huh? I'd get out of here if I were you.
Why?
This wasn't a paradise before, but at least we were left in peace as long as we did our work for Sekob. But lately it's become unbearable. Bandits are everywhere, field raiders destroy the entire harvest, and the landowner is getting to be pretty brutal.
Are you afraid of the landowner then?
You bet. If the landowner doesn't like people's faces, he sends his mercenaries after him, and that's the last you see of them. So we prefer to keep our mouths closed.
Shouldn't the mercenaries take care of the field raiders?
I don't know what they're being paid for, but certainly not to help us common people. The field raider problem is left to the small farmers who rent the fields from him.
How do you protect yourselves against the bandits?
We don't. We run away. What else?
Keep your chin up.
That's not so easy if you're working for Sekob, the slave driver.
So for shutting up, she's actually quite talkative. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll clear this place.
Hello, beautiful maid.
Christ.
Stop trying to sweet-talk me, boy. And tell me what you want. I'm busy.
How's the field work coming?
Look at these huge fields we have to work. And you know how we're doing. Are you looking for farm work?
Maybe.
In that case, you should go and see our farmer Sekob, the old slave driver. Maybe he's got something for you. Of course, you could also try Onar's farm at the end of the long road. But beware of the mercenaries. They don't take to strangers.
Say, the nasty fellow over there.
That's Bronco. What about him?
Is that your farmer?
Is that what he told you? Sekob is our farmer. Bronco is nothing but a layabout and a good-for-nothing, but strong as an ox. That's why nobody says anything when he doesn't work. The only people who could get him to work are the mercenaries. He's afraid of them.
And apart from that?
I'm busy.
Don't rightly know where the pickup line and flirty attitude came from. I've spoken with plenty of females in this game. And now suddenly the nameless hero is flirty. Okay, so straight ahead is Onar's farm. Yeah, let's go there, but only because I want to say hello to some old friends and see what they can do for me. Pardon. So that was Sekob's farm. Yeah, no, let's get this over with. But I am troubled. I want to find trainers, mercenary.
Put down that weapon.
Yeah. Shut up. I just want to see if I knew you, and I do not.
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
What?
Just keep your fingers to yourself.
Or what?
Or you won't be able to search anyone for quite a while.
We'll see about that.
As long as he doesn't have a bow, I think I'm fine. Oh, he's quick. And this is interesting, to be honest. In the first game, we had the old camp with the prisoners taking over the guards. Is he still after me? Yes, he is. Christ. That's some patience. And them being the bullies, demanding protection money and what have you. Seriously, is he still after me? He is. I can hear him. Now I can see him. So he's not going to give up. Can I distract him? With a field raider. And now you turn around just when I...
I'll get you!
Yeah, good. Get him. Ah! Ah, shit. Let's do that again. Seriously, is this a bug? I've never seen any character go after me this hard. And now I have field raiders and... Are they working together or what? That's just weird. Plain weird. No, there's something wrong here. I don't know what. Is it because he has some
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here from... Ha! So don't...
Just keep your...
Or you won't... We'll see about that.
So I was thinking maybe I should run into town.
Would it ever change?
That was no big deal.
I never knew that.
I'll get you! Another one of those beasts.
Yeah. Oh shit. No, 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 no! That was bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. And he's still... No, he's after the wolves. we go.
Now I've got you. Ah! Don't you ever dare attack me again.
Yeah, I find this whole interaction to be bullshit. Because here is a friend of mine. No.
He never would have thought of that.
Wait
himself.
a minute, pal. I didn't see Sentenza search you. Sentenza, come here. One moment. He'll be right here. Then you're in for a nasty surprise.
It's a bad business.
Why get so worked up?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
So am I supposed to be searched? That's Cord. I told you. Yeah, I remember him. But I don't like him ignoring me like this.
It was his decision, wasn't it? That was obvious all along. Tell me you didn't know that. You didn't get that from me. You should really have known better. I'm not telling you anything new. That's the truth.
Oh, he's... Oh, okay.
I'm not telling you anything new.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
No, I want you to get... Ah, you idiots.
Same old thing.
You just have to listen.
Over again.
You hardly know who to believe these
Where did you pick that up?
Yeah, I want you to get up
Believe that.
on the roof. And there's Wolf.
No one really wants to hear.
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
You mustn't believe everything.
Thank you.
You have to
No,
step
I
in
want...
and sort things out.
Things I could tell you.
That was obvious all along.
No.
Step in and sort things out. I've got my own opinion about that.
I've got no time for things like that.
For F's sake.
I don't believe this is gonna change. I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Things I could tell you.
I've heard a thing or two. I can't believe that.
I've got no time for things like that.
There we go.
That's all just gossip.
You didn't get that from me. I've got my own opinion about that.
I used to say that myself.
You don't have to tell me that.
You didn't get that from me.
No idea. You tell me.
I know for a fact that he can't climb here.
It's quite obvious.
I've got no time.
Well, actually, I don't know for a fact, but I suspect...
Where did you pick that up then?
Nobody will.
Now I've got you.
God! Oh! Ah!
I've got no time for things like
That's really not my problem. That was obvious all along.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Did he climb?
that. No idea. You tell
Do
me.
you really believe that? He never would have thought of that himself.
Knew that all along.
I think he's trying to climb.
You can't rely on that.
He never would have thought of that himself. Listen to the wrong
I
people.
hardly know what to believe anymore.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Step in and sort things out. I can't
That will
believe
never
that.
change.
No idea. You tell me.
Don't say I didn't know.
So I really need to
All that matters is strength.
be defeated and searched.
Listen to the wrong
I already thought as much.
No way about it.
was quite obvious.
It had to happen sooner or later.
That's all just gossip.
Been there, done that.
That's really
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. It can't go on like
No
this
idea.
forever.
You tell me.
telling you anything new. I'd have gone about it differently.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I'm no better off myself.
Damn it.
I used to say that myself.
That's no secret.
I never knew that.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
This is gonna change.
But he knew that all along.
You showed him. Don't you ever dare attack me again.
You attacked me, you bastard. Let me see what he takes. I can't
Well,
find out.
at least you've got some gold on you.
So I don't get the what's the motivation here? I don't get it. But now I know how to avoid two of them. That's fine. Dumb bastards.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I hardly know what to
What's new?
The troops from the city don't take away our livestock and harvest anymore. We're no longer playing that game. We're able to defend ourselves now.
What can you tell me about this area?
There are 3 farms here. Owners to the east and Sekob's in the north end of the valley. There's a path up to the high plain in the southwest. That's where Bengar's farm is.
Who's in charge here?
If you ask me, it's the mercenaries. Onar pays them, but most of them do whatever they like.
Tell me more about those mercenaries.
They're loitering around the farm all day, beat each other up on occasion, and think it's a hoot.
Hey. What's up?
Since Onar announced he was hiring mercenaries, the court's been overflowing with nothing but rogues. All the rabble who didn't have the guts to come out of the woods before are here now. The bastards really came from everywhere.
What's up?
All the
The mercenaries came from everywhere?
Most of them came from the penal colony. Another group of mercenaries came from the south, where they were probably hunting orcs. I bet that a few of the bandits from the mountains have shown up as well by now to get a free meal, huh?
Hello, I'm new here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not really in the mood for
Damn it.
conversation. I'm
What's up?
totally wrecked.
You're awfully busy, huh?
You can say that again. Bennett makes so many weapons that I can hardly keep up with the polishing.
What can you tell me about the farm?
This is Onar's farm. That big building is his house. He vacated a wing for the mercenaries. We farmers have had to bunk in the barn ever since. But it's all right with me. It's good that we have people who guard the farm. The kitchen is in the building with the smithy in front. Maybe you'll be lucky and Thekla will have something for you to eat.
What about the mercenaries?
Onar hired them to keep the city militia off our backs, but they also guard the farm, the sheep, and us farmers. So don't even think about stealing anything or rummaging around in somebody's chest. They're just waiting for a chance to knock you down.
Can I buy weapons from you?
I don't have much. We take almost all the swords and axes into Onar's house.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. You have to step in and sort things out.
Will it ever change?
He thinks it's
That's
as easy
really
as that.
not my problem.
I've got my own opinion about that. Where did you pick
Doing
that
all
up?
right? Hey, I know you. From the colony. What do you want here?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. You mustn't believe everything.
Can you teach me anything?
I can teach you a few tricks in handling a bow if you want. I don't have anything better to do right now anyway.
Just like you said.
That's really not my problem.
Do you have anything to sell?
Oh, don't ask. Bennett, one of the new guys, takes care of the weapons and armor now. In the colony, I was responsible for Lee's entire weapons store.
That's right.
And then along came a trained smith and pow, I'm out of a job. I desperately need a new job. Even if all I do is guard the farms out there. I don't care, just as long as I'm not twiddling my thumbs here anymore.
Anything new?
There's more, believe me.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
And? Found a new task yet?
Not so far. Let me know if you have a job for me.
Of course we got him in the end.
Have you tried finding a job in town?
In the city? Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Where do you think I would want to work there as a militia soldier? I can just imagine myself in the courtier's uniform.
That isn't true.
And then that obsession with obedience. Nah, forget it. There may not be anything to do here on the farm, but at least I can do what I want.
I'm not touching that.
Just not as much.
That's been known a long time.
In the original game, I think Wolf was responsible for making me armor from the plate of the minecrawlers.
Don't have to tell me that.
Wait a minute.
Hardly know what to believe. Of course.
How's it going?
The militia has bullied us long enough. Now that the mercenaries are on our side, they won't dare to just show up here anymore.
It was just like you
The
said.
king may think he can get away with anything, but we're not going to take it anymore.
But he knew that all along. You mustn't believe everything you
In
hear.
town, they're talking about a peasants' revolt.
Nonsense.
time for things
We
like
aren't
that.
doing anything except defending what we've worked hard for. It's certainly true that the war is being fought on the backs of the peasants. But Onar is no longer prepared to just stand by and watch while the king bleeds us dry.
I've got my own opinion about
Just
that.
gossip.
Can I rest somewhere around here?
That's all.
If you're
just
looking for a
gossip.
place to sleep, go to the barn. But don't lie down in a mercenary's bed by mistake. Onar makes sure that they leave us farmers alone. But with strangers who don't belong on the farm, the mercenaries can do whatever they like.
That's really not my problem.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony.
Right.
Remember?
I do remember.
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side, but some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed. And then, I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it. And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
Show me your wares.
I don't have any swamp weed at the moment. Do you want something else?
You have to step in and sort things
I
out.
have arrows.
That's all just gossip.
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Will it
I've
ever
heard a thing or
change?
two.
That's all just gossip.
I'm not
Nothing
touching
amazes
that.
me anymore.
Nobody ever asked
What do you
my
want from me?
opinion.
Will it ever change?
Can you help me improve my abilities?
I could show you how to use your strength better in close combat. A lot of fighters are very weak because they don't have the technique to use their strength properly.
Step in and sort
The same is true for dexterity and ranged weapons.
Bad business.
I've heard a thing or two.
Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
What do you want from him?
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
He and I go way back.
You're a pal of Lee's? I don't believe a word. But go on in. If he doesn't recognize you, You'll know it. Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
That's been known a long time. Will it ever change?
But he knew that all along.
Everything fine with you?
If it's something important, go talk to Lee. Otherwise, leave me alone.
Was it his right or mine?
Do you really believe that?
There he is.
But he knew that all along.
Who the devil let you in here?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
What makes you think that?
Gorn told me it was you who brought down the barrier.
Yes, that was me, all right.
I never would have thought that a man could survive something like that. What brings you here? You aren't here without a reason.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Gorn told you about me? What happened to him?
You remember him, don't you?
Of course.
Sure.
He got caught by the Paladins and was sent back to the Valley of Mines with a penal convoy. If the road to the Valley of Mines wasn't plastered with Paladins and Orcs, I'd have sent a couple of the boys already to free him. But the way things are, there's no point. Poor devil.
I can't believe that.
What exactly are you doing here?
Quite simple. I'm gonna see to it that we all get off this island. Onar hired us to defend his farm, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But our reward is more than just our pay. By helping the farmers, we cut the city off from its provisions. And the less the Paladins have to eat, the sooner they'll listen when I finally make them an offer of peace.
What is your offer going to look like?
Essentially, it will be about our pardons and free passage to the mainland. You'll learn more when the time comes.
I can't believe that.
I absolutely must talk to the Paladins in town. Can you help me get to them?
What's your business with the Paladins?
That's a long story.
I've got time.
Zardoz sent me on a mission. He wants me to obtain a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos.
So you're still allied to that necromancer. I see. And the Paladins have this amulet?
As far as I know, yes.
I can help you get to the Paladins, but first you need to become one of us.
Everything you hear.
That's been known a long
How can you help me get to the Paladins?
Trust me, I've got a plan. I think you're the right man for it. I'll take you to the Paladins, and you'll do me a favor. But first, join us.
I'm not touching that.
No.
Will it ever change?
Sorry, Lee. I was just here to say hi.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Hey, you!
Don't even think about touching anything here. Otherwise, you'll get a couple upside the head. Got it?
Got it.
What's your job?
Onar wants me to spend all day keeping an eye on his stuff. He's worried that something will go missing, and I would too in his place. Most of the mercenaries he's hired are former convicts from the penal colony. They'll walk off with everything that isn't nailed down if no one watches out.
There's a whole bunch of junk here.
That's right, and most of it is extremely valuable. Onar collects valuable objects. A simple man like me can hardly afford such luxury. I stick to other things.
And that would be?
I collect old coins.
Has anyone tried to steal anything yet?
A few, and I caught them all.
time for things like that. That's nothing new. Do you really think?
What are you smoking there?
Want a toke?
As if I didn't have enough.
No.
That was obvious all along. I used to say that myself. Those were all just...
Cypher told me that someone stole a package of swamp weed from him. Would you know anything about that?
No.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Do you do anything besides smoke?
Not at the moment.
Listen to the wrong people.
I'll knock it out of you.
Relax, I'm way too stoned to fight with you. Here, first take a big toke.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Nothing you can do about it. Listen. You don't have to ask me as if I didn't have enough problems. He never would have thought of that himself. Staying out of it. Do you really think? I wouldn't have done that.
Damn it. What's up?
Where'd you pick that up then?
I'm no better off.
Wait a minute. How are things?
No idea.
What do you want from me, weenie?
Is it really true? That's all just gossip.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
Listen, boy. It takes a lot of strength to wield a two-handed weapon. Why don't you slink off to the pasture for a game of ring around the rosy with the sheep?
Nobody will learn anything from me. Insisted he knew better. You just have to listen.
I am strong enough.
Nonsense. You couldn't even lift a decent sword like mine.
You can't rely on
Like Beliar himself was after him.
I said I am strong enough.
Oh, you're killing me. Want to risk a little bet?
Do you really believe that? You completely.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Is it really true? No.
Wait a minute.
Insisted he knew better.
I bet I can handle your sword.
Really? How much should I relieve you of? Well, you look like a poor sucker. Let's make it 30 gold pieces. Do you even have that much?
Sure.
Let me see, then.
Here.
All right, let's see how strong you are.
I can't wield this weapon.
That's what I'm saying. Now, give me back my weapon.
I think not.
What was that?
I think I'm going to keep it a little longer.
Just you wait, you bastard.
Used to say that myself.
Beliar himself was after him. I never knew that. I'd have gone about it differently.
You can't rely on that.
So I just bought a sword for 30 pieces of gold. Is he going to go after me all the way?
I'll get you yet.
No, he's not.
Had to happen sooner or later. That isn't true. Been there, done that. You can't rely on that.
Strength required.
Can't rely on that. There was no big deal.
That's no secret.
Nobody wants to know.
Been there, done that.
I'll get you now.
I never knew that.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I never knew that.
Things I could tell you.
So I'm going to give him his sword back, but XP. Unless of course he knocks the shit out of me. Oh. This is poetic, you know. I didn't need strength to beat him. I lured him off his sword. And then we're gonna... yeah, let's take everything here. Let's see what he says.
Don't you try that again. All right, you win. What do you want?
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but that doesn't mean I'm a good teacher. Still, I think I can show you the basics of two-handed combat anyway. That is, if you give me back my sword.
Here's your sword back.
High time, too.
Can you teach me how to handle two-handed weapons?
I'm not a bad fighter, but still, I think I can
I want to improve my two-handed fighting skills.
That was actually a good interaction. And the... sorry about that. And the fact that I could actually defeat him and then give him his sword back. That was cool. Hello, Cord. I'm pleased.
Hey!
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
Oh? What is it you want, then?
Teach me how to fight.
I only train mercenaries, or worthy candidates.
Well, he didn't recognize me.
There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing amazes me anymore.
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Hey!
That was no big deal.
I know who took your weed.
Who?
That's all just
Was it that Bodo?
No, one of the mercenaries did it. Dar.
That bastard. Where is he?
Finding him won't help you. He doesn't have the package anymore. He sold it in Khorinis.
Where is he?
Behind the kitchen building on the corner.
I'll flatten him.
Okay, he has an orc weapon, so... But I don't know the, Oh, no. It's mine. This is mine.
Thanks for...
Is he dead? No. So I don't know how he got the information that he sold it in Khorinis, because then I know it's in the warehouse.
Well, we'll see the next time. Blabbermouth, you told Cypher I took his weed.
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Question is, can I defeat this guy and get 200 XP? Oh, 100 XP. Cool. That was, I think that was the easiest 100 XP I've ever...
Well, we'll see the next time.
Where's the package?
No.
Okay. I sold it to some bum in town. It was at the harbor. I can't remember what he looked like.
Could it be that you need another thrashing?
Honest, man, I was totally stoned. I don't have the slightest idea what the guy looked like. It was at the harbor near the boat builders. That's all I can remember.
Right, now I got the information.
To know.
Hey!
I'm no better off myself.
Got my own opinion about that.
You really gave Dar what for? Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, that felt good.
Not to him, I suppose.
The little beggar has no business going through my chest.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Show me your wares.
I don't have any swamp.
Nothing you can do about it.
I couldn't care less.
I've gone about it. That's been known a long time. Doesn't see that.
I can't believe that.
Hey!
That all alone.
Can I buy...
I don't have...
Hey! I do not sell any weapons. Khaled does. He's in the house with Onar.
What kinds of weapons do you make?
Plain swords at the moment, not much else. But if I had some magic ore, I could forge weapons that are better than all comparable weapons made from regular old steel. You wouldn't happen to know where to find some around here. Besides, in the Valley of Mines, I mean.
No.
Of course not.
Are you with the farmers or the mercenaries?
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I was just curious.
Have you ever seen a farmer who also forges weapons? No. Then why do you ask such stupid questions?
Don't tell me you didn't know that. I'm better off myself.
Can you teach me how to forge a sword?
Sure. That'll cost you a bit, though. Let's say 30 gold pieces. Of course we got.
Maybe later.
I get so worked up.
That's not what I heard.
What about forging equipment?
What do you need?
You listen to the wrong. I ain't telling you anything new. That's all.
You've just step in and sort these out.
It's all just gossip.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. Two factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
How come there are two factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the Yorks. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that. But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
Yeah, it's like in the first game, there are mercenaries and then there are...
What are you doing here in my kitchen?
Do you really think?
rogues.
Nobody wants to know.
Something smells delicious here.
Oh, yes. I know the likes of you. They're swarming all over the place. First, they try to get on your good side, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be seen.
I've got no time for things like that.
I'm looking for work.
You want to work here on the farm? Only Onar can decide that. The farm is his, and so is the entire valley.
I don't want to hear that anymore.
I'm hungry.
I don't dish out food to tramps. I only feed people who work. And that mercenary riffraff, of course.
How's it going?
Have I given you permission to address me?
A lot of people talk about you.
A lot of people talk too much.
What do you think of Lee?
Oh, he's a good fighter. I wouldn't ever want to pick a fight with him. Unless, of course, it couldn't be avoided.
Silvio doesn't like being talked to. You might have gathered as much by now.
I gathered.
Hey, you! How's it going?
Have I given you... A lot of...
What do you...
Oh, unless...
Silvio...
Yeah, he really said that these days. It was his decision, wasn't it?
Things out.
I'll get you yet!
No, you won't.
Know that to believe these days. I couldn't get away with that.
Go on like this forever.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I'm staying out.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That's you hardly know who to believe these days.
I'll get you now!
The things I could show you.
Nothing ever changed.
I'm staying out.
I'll get you yet! I'll get you yet!
Yeah, no. I think it's time to leave, eh? I feel so welcome.
I'll get you yet!
No, you won't.
I'll get you now!
Did he heal himself?
I'll get you yet!
He did. Never mind. So I made a ton of friends here.
I'll get you yet! I'll get you yet!
That's all just gossip.
I've heard a thing or two.
No idea. You tell me.
That's been going on a long time. If he doesn't see that.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Who let you in here? What are you doing here on my farm?
Everything all right here on the farm?
I don't see how that's any of your business. You don't belong on the farm.
You're revolting against the city, or so I've heard.
Now listen up. I inherited this farm and this land from my father. And he inherited it from his father. I'm not going to allow that greedy imbecile of a king to make off with all that just in order to feed his useless armies. The war with the orcs has been going on forever. And where do we stand? On the edge of defeat. No, I prefer to defend my farm myself. The money that I save this way can pay for my own army.
Very well. Now I know your disposition. I'm done here, to be honest.
No
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Trouble as it is.
I'd have gone about it differently. Nothing amazes me.
Don't say you didn't know that.
That's no secret. He doesn't see that. Don't tell me you didn't know that. I never knew that.
Where did you pick that up? Everything you hear.
That was
Same old thing. Over again.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
You don't have to tell me that.
About it differently.
That's nobody ever asked for my opinion.
You can't rely on that.
I used to say that myself.
He really ran like Beliar himself.
That'll never change.
Nobody. That's really not my problem.
So I was hoping someone would teach me to.
Wait a minute, pal. I didn't see Sentenza search you.
Nope.
Sentenza, come here. One moment. He'll be right here. Then you're in for a nasty surprise.
That all along.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Let's see how long he'll follow me. No, seriously, I'll run back to town with him. With him at my heels. Still with me, pal? Yeah, you are. Dumb bastard.
Do you really believe that?
You don't have to tell me that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Same old thing all over again.
Still with us. Oh, he has no limits, this guy. Very well. Now this is not a bandit, this is actually a character. So I do wonder, will my friends defend me here? No, they will not. They will not interfere because they aren't. The guy chasing me isn't called a bandit. It's not typed over his head, written above his head. However, Let's see if this will raise some eyebrows in the city.
I'll get you!
No. If there's no reaction here, this is just as Star Wars Jedi Survivor. when I run into town with a Mogu after me and no one reacts at all. So, how God are you?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
He had better shut up.
Hello, this is my friend, the mercenary.
From now on.
You know, the one who's revolting against you. Any objections? Nope. None.
Will you stop it already?
God, a fight.
Did you go... Oh!
Alarm!
This was actually quite cool. I think I will have to pay a fine or something, but I'm fine with it. So I let this bastard. There we go. Oh, I almost had him. I almost had him. I almost had him.
Put away that weapon.
You'll regret this.
Bad.
Damn it.
Put away that weapon.
No.
Not bad at all.
Yeah,
You poor sucker. He didn't even have any gold on.
And that's okay because I can defeat him still. Is he going to walk back? I think he is. And I get the XP, 400 XP. And I didn't go up a level, so that's bullshit. So I'm glad that guard didn't die. He was the only one who cared.
Wait a minute.
All right, you win. What do you want?
I want you to die.
And? How are things?
Not many people come this way, but up to now, every one of them has paid my toll, except you.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
He says while a mercenary ran after me inside town walls. Only for one guard to react. And that was because I was hit, wasn't it? And now I don't feel bad for doing this.
Hey, you still here? Didn't I tell you to piss off? Now I'll show you who's boss.
No. I'm a little bit better. But absolutely not the best.
Yeah! Run as fast as you can!
I am. Hope he hasn't healed himself or something like that.
I thought you were trying to pick a fight with me. Did you change your mind? You prefer talking, right? Hey, you still here? Now I'll show you who...
What the f- And he kills me outright. This pisses me off. Oh shit. What the hell? Why is this? Why is... Very well. Have it your way then.
Yeah! Run as fast as you can!
There we go. No. Come on. Oh, that's bullshit, and you know it. And he died. He's dead. So yeah, he was a bandit. Because I've only seen that with other bandits. And again, in Gothic 1, if you kill someone... No. Let me rephrase that. In Gothic 1, when you defeat someone melee, in a melee fight, you have the option to kill them or let them live. But if you shoot them with bow and arrow, they die. But here, he just died. So why am I doing this? Well, XP, always. I'm not going to join the camp. I'm not going to join the mercenaries, I mean.
That's really not my problem.
I don't want to hear that anymore.
That was obvious all along.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Is it really true?
That in this place order and chaos were equal, and so the sea was created.
Enough trouble as it is.
Don't tell this to anyone. And he works all day, too.
Now that's typical, isn't it? That's what I've always said.
These are bad times. I don't believe that. Silly ghost.
So I want someone to show me or teach me how to landowner, how to brew potions and open locks, pick locks. I know who to teach me there, but and also take trophies. Stingers, mandibles, teeth, claws, reptile skin.
What does he know about duty?
Do you really believe that?
What does he know about duty?
That was obvious all along.
It had to happen sooner or later.
And I mean, in Gothic 1, you learn this pretty early in the game, if you have the skill points for it. And they're all. Now then, this will be fun, because now I'm going to go back to this bastard who... See what
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm preparing for battle.
What?
Why?
Lately, the farmers have had more and more problems with field raiders. A few of them even managed to get themselves eaten. Fat Onar didn't exactly find that amusing. None of us got our pay for a week, and it was more or less my fault. Now Lee wants me to wipe out the creature's nest by myself. And the other boys have already made bets on whether I'll survive.
Are you a good fighter?
I'm fair with a sword, but with a bow, I'm very good. Why do you ask?
Where's the nest?
In the middle of the field here, in the big rock.
Yeah, it's straight ahead. In the middle of the screen there. In the background. Yeah, we can attack
We
that.
could attack that nest together.
You want to help me? Why?
I want to see some gold.
You bastard! You want to take advantage of my situation, huh? Either I pay you, or I bite the dust. All right, I can pay you 50 gold pieces. That's all I got.
Let's attack the nest.
Right now? Or do you need to equip yourself first? You could go back to the farm first.
There's no time like the present.
Good. Then let's see what you got. There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around.
Oh.
Alarm!
Ah.
One less monster around.
Couldn't I get one kill?
One less monster around.
Nope. Not one kill.
So, this is where they drag the dead farmers. Disgusting. The filthy things should all be wiped out now. Let's go back.
Yeah, sure.
What about our agreement?
Are you kidding? You didn't do anything for it.
Wait a minute. I think your hide could do with another tanning. I don't like having my leg pulled.
Don't make me cry.
Ah, shit, no.
Yeah!
So that was
run as fast as you can.
Shit. Me being able to hold up for so long, that's...
Wait a minute.
And almost have him, and then he fells me with one strike. That's...
I don't like...
Don't make me...
See, that's what I don't like. Suddenly he gets this...
Yeah! Run as fast as you can!
I am. Have you healed up yet?
Hey! I thought you were trying to pick a fight. I think you just don't get it, do you?
Come on, come on. Got you. So XP is everything.
Oh man, my head. All right, you're the better fighter. What do you want?
Moron. Right. Are you next, you idiot?
No idea. You tell me.
What do you want this time?
He really should have known better.
Gone about it differently.
I want to have a look around the farm.
Don't go into the building on the left. Silvio's in there. He's not in a good mood right now. If he sees a weakling who doesn't belong on the farm, he might get the idea of venting his bad mood on him.
You don't have to tell me that. You really didn't deserve
Who is Silvio?
Our next leader, if you ask me. If you plan on asking him if you can join us, forget it. You look like you're barely good for herding sheep.
I never knew that.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
You can't rely on that.
He really should have known better.
Stop right there, you lowlife! Stop right there, you lowlife!
So I honestly do not remember doing this when I play this. 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
So I've got you after all.
And he's taking so long to start running. That's...
Stop right there, you lowlife!
Again, I'm doing this for the XP. Pretty pissed off that... Yeah. 2 strikes from him. And I can't even hit him with... I mean, that's... What stops you from hitting? I mean, this is beyond my ability with...
Put down that web. So I've got you.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
Incredible, really.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
So I've got you after all.
And then takes forever to start running. Even if after I press the arrow keys here.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
So I've got you after all.
Yeah, this is how I'll...
Stop right there, you lowlife!
And run. Yeah, as soon as I stopped shooting, I pressed arrow key to start running, and...
Stop right there, you lowlife!
It's so sluggish, controls. Come on. It's like, how... Why do you need to stand still when lowering your bow? That's...
Stop right there, you lowlife!
I don't get it. Sheer luck there, I wasn't hit.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
Yeah, this will take some time.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
And here we go. Not once. Not once. Out of 3 arrows. That's just bullshit.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
Ah, bullshit. Bullshit.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
And there I hit 4 arrows. Not doing too much damage, mind, but 4 arrows in a row.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
What's the stats for that?
So I've got you after all.
Shit, move!
Stop right there, you lowlife!
And now I'll have to see if I can actually... defeat him without killing him. And we have the bullshit again.
So, I've got you after all.
Seriously? Come on. Ah, bullshit. If he has full health now, I'm going to... I don't know what. Oh, good. Come on. Oh.
Never pick a fight with me again.
What? That was brutal. I need 2 or 3 strikes, and he just needs 1. Do some damage. Man, do some damage. Bullshit. That's what it is. Okay, 1 more arrow in your... I swear, next arrow I'll hit. I'll kill him. No, I did not. That didn't do shit. There we go. Thank you. That didn't take too long, did it? Oh, but it did. Another 200.
We'll see about that.
All right, you win. What do you want?
So Cypher is going to get his swamp weed. I'm guessing this works just as in the Khorinis town. You do quests and favors for people to speak.
Telling you anything new?
Speak up for you.
Believe that. Got my own opinion about that.
Would this package of swamp weed happen to be yours?
Well, I'll be... Where'd you get that?
It's a long story.
Doesn't matter. Really, you're a decent guy. Here, take this as a reward. Have fun with it. First, let me roll a few.
Pick that up then.
That was obvious all along. Don't tell me.
Show me your wares.
Sure, help yourself.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Is it really true? Nobody will learn anything from me.
You should really have known better.
Of course we got him in the end.
Is it really true? Really believe that?
How many arrows do I have? 108.
Deserve that.
That's not what I heard. That's really not my problem.
I'm staying out of things like that.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
You hardly know who to believe these days. All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Hello, pretty girl.
You hardly know who to believe these
Just where did you escape from?
Will it
It
ever
was his
change?
decision, wasn't it?
I've heard a thing or two. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
What's your job here?
I sell the goods that we produce. If you want to buy something, just let me know. But let me warn you, I won't stand for either haggling or stealing, understood?
Understood.
Has anything significant happened lately?
A few days ago, my father decreed that we're no longer allowed to sell anything in town. So now I'm staying here on the farm and selling my wares to visitors only.
Sister never knew that.
They say you are revolting against the king.
My father has decided that it's time we defended ourselves. The militia never helped us anyway. They only came here to drag off our provisions.
What kind of work is to be had here on the farm?
My father pays money to all the men who help defend the farm. Are you interested? You don't look like someone who has a passion for field labor.
How much does your father pay?
You'd have to negotiate that with him. All I know is that each mercenary here gets paid every day.
He insisted he knew better. Agree with you.
Are there any rules here that I should stick to?
You don't touch anything here that isn't yours. You stay away from the areas that are none of your business. And if you must pick a fight, stick to the mercenaries. If you start a brawl with the farmers, everybody here will be against you.
Show me your wares.
What can I offer you?
That's all just gossip.
Don't say you didn't know that.
That's all just gossip. Yeah, he really said what I heard.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Of course we got him in the end. Hardly know what to move
Better off myself. But I'm not telling you anything near as not what I heard.
That's no secret.
So yeah, I really need to Google where I can find someone who will teach me how to take trophies from quarry.
What does he know about duty?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
The things I could tell you.
So there's a farm up there that I will visit, and then and I see that this part is now 2 hours long, so to be continued in the next parts. I'll just pick this up. Really? To prison colony? I thought this was the way to the farm. Well, to be continued in the next part.